button. Push the goddamn button.
A man can have a woman who's good on paper, right? She's successful, she's beautiful, and they're like, oh, she got too many college degrees. I know why he left that bitch. She's probably a know-it-all.
Yeah, I thought it was everything to have a house, to have just be taking care of myself and all of these things, all of these ambitious goals of mine that I've been able to achieve. I thought that would be attractive. And in meeting men and dating a lot of successful men, none of them would ever talk about how exciting it is that I've invested in properties or would ever even want to come to see my house or at all. It was very much so, no, just come over here or you know, it felt like all my accomplishments were minimized.
Wow.
And so I realized, I don't know what I was thinking growing up, thinking that like me being accomplished and independent would attract other successful men. Or successful men, and just realizing, wow, I think it deters them.
Yeah.
It does. It intimidates them.
I mean,
did you just say it intimidates? Y'all still using that word in 2026? Damn. Where have you been at? You know what? I'm lazy. I'm just gonna put it like that, because I could take 20 clips, and I probably should, but I'm not. I could take 20 clips. I can mix it with men and women. I could do all women. I could do all men. 20 clips of each of these people saying the same thing. Men do not give a shit about what you got. We weren't raised that way. We were raised to be the providers. There's a pecking order. You guys allowed the music, you allowed social media, you allowed your fans, your friends to tell you whatever the hell they wanted to keep you in good graces. It inflated your ego. And you continued on in your progression of life under the understanding or the assumption that you and the guy on the opposite path of yours operate in the same dimension. We don't. Why don't y'all understand it? I wish I could just knock on something. Like, what is it about? We want nurturing. We want affection. We want love. We want femininity. We don't want you being the suitcase, suit and tie, aggressive ass, go out here and Conan Barbarian a motherfucker. We don't want that shit. Nobody wants to deal with that. And I'm not phrasing it the best way, but you get my drift. We've been saying this shit for so long, I don't even know why we even doing it at this point. I don't. It was not too long ago I did another video on you, and this falls under the same umbrella as that one. Wow. Now you get it. A part of me think you already knew. To be honest with you, I think these already know. They just don't care, because you're not really considerate of what the man wants. It's never really been about us. It's always been about what your needs and your wants are. You're not trying to mesh or blend or create something that is healthy and stable under the guidelines that were given to us. You want to recreate what that shit is supposed to look like. That's what this really come down to. You've heard this a million times. Y'all don't want it. You reject it. We've been saying it forever. Repeatedly. Y'all just don't want it. And so now you're here. None of your relationships worked for whatever reason. All of it come back to what? Why would they want to be at your house? So you can kick them out. So you can feel like you have control and power and authority over them. Don't no man want no woman have no control or power over them. We love and want to respect and take care of you and things of that nature. We are the leaders in the house. That's how it's supposed to be. And it's not a negative thing, but for whatever reason, y'all still want to keep on with this. Do your thing. Do your thing. You're going to be messing with sugar daddies and having one night stands. You're never going to get anything serious. Imagine you being a successful guy and you got all this going on, and then you come into contact with somebody like Ari Lennox, right? Now you got to start having conversations. It's getting serious. You want to take this to another level. Who moves in with who? What happens after that? You see where I'm going? Because there's this weird conversation that's looming around that says, ladies, make sure you always have your own just in case he decides he wants to leave. And we always tell men, never move in with a woman. Y'all know why we say it. So imagine you coming into it with a woman who has everything. You know how they say they don't need shit. They got everything they fucking want. You try to tell her, look, hey, as the head of the house, I should be. I think it's a good idea that we move in together. Maybe we get our own place together. Or you move in with me. You know what's going to happen? If she's a modern thinking type of a woman, she's not going to want to conform. She's not going to want to do that. Clip I did not too long ago, woman expected the house to be in her name and she didn't pay for nothing. And that was just somebody who didn't pay for shit. She was just a extra meal ticket or you know what I'm saying? She was just there for the ride. She had a kid with him and all that, but she didn't contribute anything else. She got pissed because her name wasn't on it. Imagine trying to do this with someone who is just used to getting everything that they want. They don't know how to work with you up until a certain extent. I don't know. Ari, you're going to find partners. I don't think you're going to get the type of man you want unless you're willing to change your attitude and your mindset on how relationships are supposed to function. Just my 2 cents.
This is Pilot Kushite the talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour. And I can turn you ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flash and stay in your seat, if the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky, you better not spill your food. This is bread and plenty